Hello.
Hey there, Brock. It's Rowan from Silver Tiger Media. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Very well indeed. It's great to speak with you, and thank you very much for your time.
No worries. Thanks for talking to me.
Pleasure indeed. Congratulations on your seventh album, Time and Trauma. It's thoroughly excellent work.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Can I take you back briefly to the unfortunate death of Dwayne Monson and the benefit concert? Very tragic circumstances, of course, but was that essentially your first appearance together?
Yes, it was. I haven't thought about that gig for some time. So it was a good gig. Tragic circumstances, of course, losing Dwayne, but it was a lot of good friends in that room that night, kind of celebrating his life and playing music together. We did a bunch of covers, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that's a long gone memory. I haven't thought about it in a while.
There we go, and I apologise taking you back there. Boss Buckle was released by 1995.
That's okay.
Thank you. Boss Buckle released by 1995, and you're well and truly on your way when the sad loss of J.D. Stewart occurred the following year. How hard was it to continue on at that point?
Yeah, that was definitely difficult. I mean, within 2 years losing Dwayne to J.D., and all of us kind of grew up together in a very close-knit, small music scene here in Alaska that, and just as young men, I mean, shoot, I was 19 years old or 20 years old when that happened, and
wow.
So, it was definitely difficult, and we weren't sure what to do and if we should continue on, but there was a club owner of a club that we played very frequently, a guy named Mike Sedone, who kind of nurtured us in our early years and let us play at his place quite a bit. He spoke to us and said, we got to keep the music going. And, we had a pretty special thing happening here for us back then, locally in Alaska. So, it did make sense to keep going. And I know JD is proud of us, and hopefully he gets a chance to check in every now and again and see what we've done since he's passed. But, it was definitely a tragic event, and we had to grow up kind of early in that sense.
I can only appreciate that, absolutely. That's beautifully put. Hopefully JD does pop in and have a look from time to time. It must have been difficult evolving in Anchorage, Alaska in any case.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, when I was growing up here in the late 80s, early 90s, there was just an awesome music scene here. And, we actually didn't even have, like, MTV at first. Cable kind of came up to it. Cable came to Alaska kind of late. Cable TV, I'm talking. And, so we were a little bit behind, but I think that kind of made it awesome for us as a band to not be influenced by all that stuff. I mean, of course, we were influenced by music in general. I mean, we listen to music constantly, but we weren't really seeing trends, or touring bands weren't coming up to Alaska. So everybody was just kind of a little late to the party, and in turn creating their own version of what they thought was good music,
Absolutely. And then, of course, you moved to Washington or to Tacoma, and then on to Portland, Oregon. Did that sort of improve things for you a great deal?
I'm sorry, say it again?
My apologies. But you moved then to Tacoma, Washington, and then from there on to Portland, Oregon. Was that an important move in your career?
Still there?
Have I still got you, bro?
To make another call, press ##.
You there?
Yep, still here, Brock. How you going?
Oh. Good, man. Sorry, I don't know. I lost you there for a sec.
No, that's okay. Look, the sound you've achieved over the journey is phenomenal, and a magnificent blending of genres. Would you categorise your sound at all?
Well, I mean, there's no question that, we're a rock band that loves metal,
Yeah.
So I think that I've always said, we're a rock band that kind of leans towards the heavier stuff, but really I wouldn't really say we're the perfect metal band either. I think we tiptoe in a few things. So moody rock band, I don't know. That's always just kind of been where I think we're at. There's definitely some heavy metal aspects here and there, but we like the melodic side of rock as well. So I think that we tiptoe in a few things, and I really don't pay too much attention to the labeling of it, but
Yep.
Hello.
Hey man, we'll get there.
There you are. I don't know why. I had a couple problems earlier too, but we seemed to get through it with the other interview, so hopefully that was the last of that.
Indeed. I mean, we couldn't be further away, I guess, so we have to cut it some slack.
That's true. We got a few miles between us, don't we?
One or two. Strangely enough, I'm sitting in a town called Portland as well.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep. Look, you have such a tremendous degree of control over your vocal capacity. Do you have any particular method to keep your voice so well honed between clean and growling?
Well, thank you, but no. I mean, I don't think so. I only know what I know, and it some nights it works and some nights it's not as good as others. But it's something that I've tried to get better at over the years, and that's mostly my singing voice. I mean, I try to, not that I want to get away from the screaming entirely, but I wanted to focus more on the melodic vocals that I think is what makes our band stand out more than just screaming. So that's kind of my focus on this last album, was to try and get back to the more melodic side of the band.
Absolutely agreed, and your vocals are so tremendous. The name of the new album ostensibly seems obvious, but is there a particular subject focus for Time and Trauma?
Yeah. So in 2011, my mother was diagnosed with cancer and ended up passing away that year. Basically, she was diagnosed early January 2011, passed away in the end of November that year. So didn't quite live a year with it, but I got to spend a tremendous amount of time with my mom that year that I really hadn't been around the family as much due to touring until that point. So at that point, I got off the road completely and just kind of took a step back from music in general and kind of wanted to be around family and take care of family and things of that nature. So once my mom passed and the dust settled a bit, my guitar player Steve started sending me songs, and I didn't realize how bad I needed the band. The music and everything just kind of started falling out of me, and I was really grateful to the band for the music they provided me, and it really helped me through my life. And it's always helped me in my life, to be honest. That's the beauty of music, but this in particular really helped me find some peace and closure in a very tragic event in my life.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, and I apologise for your loss, and very sorry about that. That's tragic circumstances yet again.
That's okay. I'm used to it a little bit.
You would be getting used to it, I would imagine. You've been so committed to the band along with Steve. What's driven you along throughout the years?
I think mostly just because we're from where we're from. There's only been a couple bands that have got to get out of here, and only one other one, I think, that's got to do it on a global level. And so that being said, we've always been this band that the people of Alaska have supported, and we never really wanted to let them down. And in turn, they gave us so much too, and they've supported us so much that, we're always excited about what this band could do. And 20 years down the road, we're still excited, which really makes me feel good. I was a bit burnt out in the middle on the last album. I think I was feeling it a little bit, and maybe wasn't feeling as challenged as I needed to be as well. And this thing kind of gave us writing this last album just kind of gave us a breath of fresh air, and I've been saying it before, but I really just feel like I had a really good night's sleep last night. My batteries are charged up, and I feel good. I feel good to get this music out there and to play it every night. And so, that's it. It's a brotherhood to the band. They're my best friends, and we've seen the world together, and I think that's been really special for us, and we want to keep doing that. So, there's no reason to hang them up yet.
Indeed, and you start your tour on the 4th of February of the UK and then to Germany and Switzerland before returning to home soil. 31 shows, finishing with Non-Point and then Five Finger Death Punch. Couldn't you have made it 36 shows to match the name?
Yeah, well, I think it exceeds that, to be honest. Most of the dates aren't all up there yet, but that would have been good. Yeah, no, doing those shows in the States when we come back with Non-Point and Five Finger, those are going to be great support tours for us because those two bands are very big here in the States with radio. And we've never really had much radio help or success. And, getting on with those bands that have those channels, they're friends of ours, and we're grateful they're taking us out. So, the Five Finger tour is going to be massive. I mean, they're playing arenas. So we're looking forward to this stuff. It's a whole new chapter of the band's life, and I think we're really better prepared for this than we ever have been. So that makes me very excited for the future.
Fantastic. We can look forward to hearing you on Comp FM when I'm in Vegas.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
I reckon the extra 4 shows would have been great in Melbourne. Is there any chance of an Australian tour in the future?
Yeah, unfortunately we didn't get invited to Soundwave. I really wanted to come back there and do that, but most of the bands were selected already by the time we kind of got our stuff and available for that. So,
Indeed.
As soon as that happened, as soon as I heard that we weren't going to get invited, I went to my booking agent and I said, hey, regardless, we got to come to Australia this year and do our own tour or support someone else, but we got to make it happen. And he said, no problem. So I haven't heard any dates yet, but I'm expecting us to be able to release some dates soon. And, it's just such a wonderful place to come and visit and play music. And mostly just because of the fans. I mean, you can go to a lot of cool places around the world, but if the shows aren't that good, then you don't really gravitate towards those places or want to revisit. So coming to Australia, I think 3 times now, and it's been just tremendous. So anyway, I want to thank all the Australian fans for being patient, and we're really looking forward to coming back there and hanging out with them and jamming.
Fantastic. We can't wait to see you, and I'll try and hit you up, if I may, for a face-to-face interview. That'd be a tremendous highlight of my career. You
got it, man. No problem.
Fantastic. And congratulations again on the new album. It's a phenomenal work, and obviously the culmination of so many years of experience, and your talent really shines through. It's a terrific job. Well done.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Everybody's been overwhelmingly positive about the record, and last night I went to bed and my wife said to me, how excited are you? This just seems so exciting. And I really was trying to not act so excited, but I am pretty excited.
You deserve it too. I'm glad you're excited, and I'm just sorry about the circumstances that brought it to rise, but we're thankful it's here, and it puts more emotion into the album, even more so now. I've got so many questions for you. I'd love to keep chatting, but time flies, unfortunately. Thank you very, very much for your time today, Brock.
Hey, anytime. You guys call me anytime. I've been really enjoying talking to everybody from Australia today, and you've been the best yet. I appreciate it very much.
Oh, fantastic. Thanks for your kind words, Brock. We'll look forward to seeing you later in the year. Fingers crossed.
Yep, sounds good, man. I hope so.
Take care, my friend.